Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Fly with Fly Heritage, and that is Fly with an I, of course. I am coming to y'all today to tell you one of my favorite travel tales, and it's about the time when I was lost in Paris at midnight. It's one of the favorite stories that I tell, and hopefully you all enjoy it. So, let me go back in time to when I was in Paris. I, as I do in every city, decided to walk about Paris. On this particular day, I wanted to visit the Eiffel Tower, and my hotel had a great view of the Eiffel Tower, so I found it easy to navigate to the Eiffel Tower using the huge monument as a guide, right? Seems like, oh, okay, I saw a reflection. I'm sorry, I hope you all can't see that reflection. And since I'm looking, let me fix my hair. Okay, anyway, I did my due diligence, I will say. I asked the concierge at the hotel to give me a map and to map out a route to walk to the Eiffel Tower. He did kind of look at me like I was a little weird, because he said, oh, it's, you know, it's going to be a pretty good walk. And I said, oh, it's fine. I love walking. It's good. So I set out, and I remember it was raining. So I had on a little hoodie, and I took such a leisurely pace. Well, you know what? It wasn't raining. It was just drizzling on and off. And I took a leisurely pace. Sometimes I had the hoodie. Sometimes I didn't need it. I stopped, I took pictures, you know, I mean, I was really just enjoying my walk and enjoying all of the little side streets, you know, of Paris. And I finally get to the Eiffel Tower, and it's absolutely stunning. I must say that it is literally stunning. It's everything and more than I thought it would be. It's such a quintessential Parisian experience. Like, you know that you are in Paris and nowhere else because you're standing in front of the Eiffel Tower. So that was a great moment for me, and I decided to walk around a little more, explore the neighborhood. I had some lunch, you know, and I really just took my time and enjoyed it. The sun was setting, so I decided to head back to the hotel, as I was leaving, the Eiffel Tower put on a light show, and somehow I missed it in the pictures and the guidebooks. I didn't realize it was going to be a show, but it's doing a dance with the lights, and it was so beautiful. So I ended up staying to watch the Eiffel Tower and the entire city, like the lights along the river. It was also beautiful, and it was such a different experience than the one that I had when it was just daylight outside. So I stayed for, you know, a little while longer. But I looked at I think my iPod. I had an iPod at the time, and it was probably, I think, like 11, I'm gonna say like 11:05ish. And I said, okay, PM, let me put that. And I said, okay, you know what, it's time for me to go back to my hotel. I've been out long enough. So using the map, that, remember, I barely paid attention when he gave directions. I did my due diligence, but I wasn't really paying attention to what he's saying because I have this huge monument, right? I wasn't forward thinking. Well, what about when you have to go back to the Eiffel Tower? Wasn't really thinking about that. Anyway, so I decided to retrace my steps, and I'm walking, and you know, I'm following the directions that I had, but in reverse, obviously. So if I made a left, I'm gonna make a right, you know, those types of things. And I see familiar cafes, and, you know, I'm making my way. Yeah, it takes me much longer to get back than it did to get there, and I'm not using a leisurely pace. I'm actually trying to get back to my hotel room, but I'm having no luck. So I said, you know what, let me stop in this restaurant here to see if I'm on the right path. No one spoke English in there that I found. The maitre d', the waiters and waitresses that I asked, no one spoke English. Tried, you know, my little phone trick or my little iPod trick. Hey, here's the address. They're like, I don't know what you're saying. You know, so I left. And you know, a little further down the road, maybe another 5-7 minutes, I see a couple. Generally couples are safe to ask directions, so I asked them like, oh, will you help me? They spoke no English and were uninterested in helping me, to be completely honest. So, or maybe they couldn't. Maybe I shouldn't say they were uninterested, but they could not help me, it seemed. So at this point, I'm getting concerned. I have on my earbuds, no music, but I don't want to look lost, you know, so I'm trying to fit in and make it seem like I know where I'm going or whatever. And then I see a lady at a bus stop, and as a last ditch effort, you know, I'm like, okay, a single lady alone. It's 11:30ish, and now by this point, honestly, it's probably like 11:45 p.m. and she's by herself. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Let me ask this lady if she knows. So she says, oh yes, her English, she wasn't fluent, but she knew enough to guide me on the right directions, and guide me in the right direction. And I was so thankful. You know, I don't expect anyone to speak English when I'm in another country where English isn't the first language. So I'm always thankful when someone does. So I was so happy. Oh, thank you so much. So I walked 10 minutes in the direction that she showed me, and then I'm not there. She said it should only take, you know, 10 minutes. I'm like, oh my gosh, this lady, she gave me the wrong directions. You know how some people do, and they don't really know, but they don't want to tell you they don't know. They're just like, oh yeah, go down there, make a left. They don't know where it is. So all of that doubt creeps in. I'm like, this lady does not know. Oh my goodness, it's 11:55. I have to get where I, you know, now I'm getting nervous, more nervous than I was, but I see a Hilton or a Holiday Inn. I can't remember which one, but all of a sudden I see an international hotel brand, and I was so happy. I'm like, oh my goodness, thank you. I know for a fact someone in here speaks English. I know that for a fact. So I go in, I said, listen, I'm not staying here, and I understand that this is odd, but I can't find my way back to my hotel. Will you please help me? And if you cannot help me, may I have access to your phone? I'm willing to pay. I just need to get back at this point. So the guy asks where I'm staying, and I tell him. He's like, oh, you're close. Just go here, go here, go here. So I was so close. The lady was right. Shout out to that lady wherever she is. I was so close. I was around a few corners, but I couldn't see it because my hotel was hidden behind other buildings, so I couldn't see it, and that's what, you know, caused me to panic a little bit. Although it was inward panic, no outward signs of panic. Yeah, the lady was right, and I found my way back safe and sound with the help of her and the concierge at whichever international hotel brand that was. So my lesson to you all out there, if you are ever in a situation where you find yourself lost in a foreign city where no one speaks or where you can't speak the language, fear not. I made it, and so will you. I hope those words give you comfort if you ever find yourself in that situation. But just remember, hey, Fly Heritage was lost in Paris at midnight, and she's okay. So that's all for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. I tried to keep it short. But in any case, stay lifted in love and light. I'm Fly Heritage. That's Fly with an I. Follow me. I'll leave everything else in the bottom bar. Check out my blog, and I'll see you all soon, okay? Bye-bye.